you can actually make some modifications and then sync it back to the server. So very useful for customers who have remote users. Now this is column level validation, so you can compare a couple of columns and make validations. And then you have rating settings. You can allow people to rate this particular list actually. So if I click on OK, rating will be applied to this list and this can be processed here. So for example, I go back here and people can rate. I want to give UAE 5 stars. I want to give Qatar only 4 stars. I want to give US about 5 stars. Saudi about 1 star. Bahrain 5 stars. So look at that. So I can actually rate these items depending on the popularity. I'm sure it's going to be very useful for fashion kind of scenarios where if people can provide rating for the various just designs and stuff like that. Whatever is higher rating, you might put the price higher and make it sell. Yeah. So that's exactly the kind of thing you can look at. Let me go back to my list settings, and then we got audience targeting settings again that allows you to enable it. And then for example, if you want to filter, I want this items to appear only for finance managers, only sales managers, only IT managers. So you can restrict your audience who can view this item. Metadata navigation settings, we'll come back to it because it's a bit less smooth together.
Can you show us an example for audience targeting?
We need to create the audience in the central administration and come back. I can show it to you, not a problem. This is the central administration of that machine actually. Okay. Then if I go to my application management, right, you've got my managed service applications, right, then we have the user profile service application. In this we have something called manage audiences, right. If I click on this, I can create a new audience. So when I create a new audience, for example, sales managers, so I can create a new audience saying, let's say, IT managers, and the owner, for example, is me. Then it should satisfy all the rules. I click on OK. Now how do you want the audience to be compiled? Right, so I want the audience to be compiled based on the department.
Okay.
Right, the department operator contains IT. So wherever the user's department contains IT, that means that he is part of the IT department. So we are compiling an audience. Now this audience can be specified in my SharePoint site. Understand me?
Okay. Can you know audience?
No, it has to be compiled actually. So let me do that. So I have to say compile audience. We compile the audience for now, and then we will go back here. I'm going to enable my audience targeting. Right now, in enabling audience targeting, we create a targeting column for this list. Right, the web parts can use this. So I'm going to click on OK. When I go back here, there is compilation is over, but there's no users matching this. That's okay. Now when I go back to this particular list, to this list, I have something called target audience column added. So when I go here, I can specify additional column settings, type the name of the column and then say OK. Now I go to my countries master, I click on this item here, edit item. I can specify who has to see this over here. I'm just changing it to the default form. The one I created in central administration, so I can add this.